Namibia's constitution was adopted on the 9th of February 1990 with Dr. Geingob as chairperson of the Constituent Assembly. He said Geingob experienced many challenges as chairperson but showed great leadership.
There was an issue about the recognition of the fact that many of our people were punished through capital punishment by hanging, and therefore the issue came up during the drafting of the Constitution. What do we do with this particular issue? Do we do away with the capital punishment, or is it going to be retained in the Constitution to be part of the Constitution? The overwhelming view of the time was that we have to do away with the capital punishment. No more hanging. But then the issue came up, where do we derive the mandate to do away with something as important as that? And some members will say, well, in the normal society, you have to go to the country to seek the mandate of actually having to take a decision of that magnitude. So where do we go? So I remember our dear brother, Dr. Geingob, saying, we claim to be predominantly a Christian country. Now, in the absence of going back to the country through a referendum or having elections, maybe we should call in Namibian church leaders to come and pronounce themselves on this important issue. Because there is a moral issue here, fundamentally. And I think, and this is what led the committee to request church leaders from various denominations to come and hear us out. And they were requested to deliberate on this important issue. And they said to us, give us a few days, we will look into the issue and come back and report. Because we have to get on with the job of finishing the drafting of the Constitution anyway. So, so this is what happened, and they were called in, they were requested, and they asked that we should be given the time to consider the issue. After which they returned and told us, few words, have courage, do it. And that is how the abolition of the capital punishment found its way into the Constitution.
He said the elements of the Constitution are the cause of the smooth transition of power, as witnessed on Sunday during the swearing-in of the country's fourth president, Dr. Nangolo Mbumba. He said President Geingob's legacy is synonymous with how Namibia's constitution is revered globally.
He left a co-constitution that is hailed all over the world as an important co-constitution that is up to date, that contain important elements, including the whole question of climate change, the question of the environment. All those issues basically tell us the fact that the Namibian Constitution is much more up to date, is much more fully comprehensive in terms of covering important issues.
Gordon Joseph, NBC News, Windhoek.